right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings unto the elect. All right. Pretty much just meditating. All right. I was reading in the book of Exodus this morning, going into the Lord delivering us out of Egypt. Okay, and there was a verse in that, I believe in the 12th chapter. Okay, the scriptures say, as the Lord told Moses, to tell Pharaoh, all right, to let us go out of Egypt. Okay, and the Lord told Moses that he was going to harden Pharaoh's heart, all right, to where he wouldn't let us go. However, after that last final plague, all right, the plague in which the Lord sent the death angel, the destroyer, okay, to destroy and to kill the firstborns of all the creatures in Egypt, with the exception, all right, of those Israelites that took heed to the Passover. The scriptures say that after that, Pharaoh thrust us out of Egypt with haste. He said, hey, get out of here, take your people, and go and sacrifice to your God and bless me. But then it says that the Lord gave Israel favor, all right, in the sight of the Egyptians. All right, and that's what I want to focus on today in this lesson, going into friend or foe, all right, is all favor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because that is just one of many accounts in which the Lord, all right, was able to put the spirit on a foe to become a friend, so to speak. All right. Now, another particular account that I think about is in the book of Esther. Okay, in the book of Esther, in the book of Jeremiah, all right, in the book of Daniel, all right, there's many accounts in which, those that were supposed to be our enemies, all right, or our foes, the Lord has given us favor, all right, in their sight, to where they've had, mercy on us. If they were in a position of power over us, they've had mercy on us, which was really the Lord having mercy on us through them. An example, when Cyrus gave the decree for us to go back and build Jerusalem, to build a temple back up, that was, all right, an example of us having favor in his sight, but it was given by the Lord, and so understanding that, that the Lord controls all in the times to come, in the times we're in right now, dealing with particular situations that we may find ourselves in, all right, whether, it's a life-threatening situation, all right, or it might not be as, what's the word I'm looking for? As high up there or as dangerous as that, okay, but even something dealing, something like, your job being threatened, okay, or, a hospital, something along those lines, you may have somebody, your boss or something, look out for you, which is what? Is favor from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord had put that spirit on whatever individual it was, all right, to take that particular action in your favor, all right, in your benefit. Okay, here it is. You might be working at a job, and they might come and say, hey, if you don't take this job, you can't work here. And the boss, the Lord might put the spirit on your boss to just be like, you know what, it's all right, I'm gonna cover you. I'm gonna cover you. I'm gonna put it in the HR. I'm gonna put it in the system as though you've taken it, and you could keep on working, all right, and we'll just make it seem as though you've taken it, and the Lord can have that happen to where now your ass is covered, or in a more dire situation, all right, and Salaki, this is a little bit more on the commentary side, all right, at least for now, until I'm able to get my scriptures, but the Lord is able to have it to where even in a more dire situation, in Jacob's trouble, you may find yourself in, being arrested, or being hunted down by a special task force, or whatever the situation may be, the judge, that you may be getting sentenced, you may be arrested, and you may be in the courtroom, and the judge might have mercy or something, something along those lines. They might tell the judge, hey, give this person life, make sure you sentence them to this, and the judge might just be like, nah, hell nah, I ain't gonna do that. And then right in front of everybody, they like, yo, set it, let him go free, man. You know, the Lord can put the spirit on anybody to do his will. Okay. And that's why ultimately when Yahweh Shai was, before Pilate, what did he tell him? He said, he basically regarded Pilate as nothing. Why? Because he said, you can only do what my father has given you the power to do. It's like the movie The Matrix, how the agents are able to take over any program or any person in the Matrix of their body. Those that are already a part of the Matrix, the agent can like override their body, and become them and control them. All right, that's really how the spirit of the Most High works. He can put the spirit on a random individual to tell you, hey, don't go that way. You're running, you're about to, make a wrong turn, and you might not know that. And then the Lord will put the spirit on the individual and say, hey, don't go that way. Come this way instead, and lead you to safety. Or lead you to what's the word I'm looking for? Victuals, okay, or something that'll benefit you, okay. Where if you hadn't gotten that information, you would have been in the worst case. So that's ultimately why the scriptures say have faith in the Lord, because when you try to imagine the possibilities, they're endless, of what the Lord can do for you. Now, your imagination can be limited, all right, but the Lord is not limited, okay? He may have a centurion set you free. He can do whatever he wants with whoever he wants, and that's why I tell the friend or foe. So now going back and dealing with the Egyptians, for example, it says that we spoiled the Egyptians, right? They lent us their gold, these jewels and and so on and so forth, all right, for us to leave the land of Egypt, and why is that? We were supposed to be under the Egyptians. We were supposed to be subject unto them. They were the sort of the superior class, so to speak, since we were captives in their land. And yet through the spirit of the Lord giving us favor in their sight, all right, we were able to obtain all these things. Now, dealing with the situation of Esther, and Mordecai, it was because the Lord had favor on the Lord gave Esther favor in the sight of the king Ahasuerus or Xerxes, which is why we were able to even have that chance. Because according to the law of the Persians, of the king, what's up with this guy, man? All right, of the king, you're not, if anybody came into the basically, I guess it was called the courtyard or so, of the king without being summoned, and the king didn't raise his scepter to them, they were supposed to be put to death. Okay, instantly. That's it. Because you're not, if you don't have permission, if the king hasn't called you, all right, and you show up there and he doesn't give you that thumbs up, your ass is grass. You're dead. All right. So here it is, Esther, risking her life and going, in that court, before the king. The Lord could have it. It's like the Lord could have had it to where the king was just like, yo, what you doing here? I got all these different women. I got women on women, Well, who the hell, gave you the right to pull up as if you some hot shit? The Lord could have had it to where the Xerxes couldn't have, he would have been on some, some proud shit and not even heard Esther out, had not even heard her cause, But not only did he give her favor there, he also gave her favor in where he allowed it to be set up to where Haman, Haman out here got deceived, but it was because the king was really on Esther's side. All right, gave Mordecai favor in his sight to where he was set up in a high position. Okay, and now going into a situation like with Daniel, hey man, this what's his name, Darius, all right, which was a Mede, he loved Daniel, man, to the point where when Daniel got cast into the lions, then he didn't even eat. It said he fasted, on behalf of Daniel. And he was hoping and praying that Daniel's God would deliver him. Now, this man was a heathen, He was a heathen, but he has set up Daniel as above all, the presidents, above everybody in that kingdom, Why? Because the Lord gave Daniel favor all right, in the sight of his enemy, because these heathens are supposed to be our enemies, man. And that's why Paul says, if it be at all possible, all right, be at peace with all men, because you never know when somebody can help you out, even if they're a heathen, or even if they're a so-called 2/3 or this, that, and the third. Look, man, there's a way to conduct yourself, all right, as a man of the Lord. You know, you may know something, but how you act based on what you know is wisdom. You know, how do you apply wisdom in your day-to-day life? Do you go around being an arrogant, proud individual to where nobody even wants to be around you, nobody wants to talk to you, and you think that just because you're in the truth, all right, or you may have some information that others don't, or you may see somebody doing wickedness and you may say, oh, he's a 2/3, you know, so you constantly talk, even like, you know, somebody that doesn't even know about the whole Israelite stuff, but the way you talk to them and you treat them, and you know, as if you're you know, better than them. Guess what? A situation may arise where they could be in the Lord could put them in a position to help you out, but he won't do it. You know, that 2/3 might just remember how you were treating him and so on and so forth, and be like, hey man, F you, man, and probably make your situation worse, as opposed to taking the advice of the scriptures, as it says, being at peace with all men. All right, there we go, the water, brother. Chakam Banyamyan, Romans 12:18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Okay, live peaceably with all men, because you never know who the Lord might put the spirit on, all right, to deliver you in a particular situation, all right, or to help you out in a certain instance. You know, there's times when heathens might, you know, look out for you, or you know, or speak on your behalf, or you know, something along those lines. You know, so you got to use wisdom in how you move. If it's unnecessary, you know, you don't gotta go looking for unnecessary strife. Hey, the book of Sirach, all right, or Ecclesiasticus tells you a lot about that. You know, it's a very good book. You know, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, all right, they teach you wisdom. Okay, wisdom, ways to apply, all right, or advice to apply to your life, so that you may have a better, you know, live the life of a wise man. All right, live the life of a you know, a man of the Lord. Okay, there's certain moral do's and don'ts that might not necessarily contradict the scriptures. All right, but it goes into your mannerisms. All right, and based on how you behave, even though you may not be going off according to the scriptures, how you behave might bring more hell upon you. You know, it might just bring more. It's like you're doing it to yourself. You know, and then you get frustrated and say, oh, this place is wicked and I'm catching hell. You know, but simple little things that you can tweak in your day-to-day life can, you know, ease up. It can make your life a little easier. You know, it can make it a little, you know, you could bear it a little longer, because guess what? No matter how much you hate this place, the Lord isn't going to bring this place down just because you said so. He's going to do it on his own time, you know? And so knowing that, man, we got to what? We got to use wisdom in this. What the hell is going on over here, man? Goodness gracious, man. Oh boy. Speaking of the hatred of Babylon, but whoa, hold up. Nah, that's too small. All right. You know, so Salakia, but just going into how you live and how you know, conduct yourself and so on and so forth, man, that could actually, you know, benefit you sometime in the future, man. You never know. Okay. But as the scriptures say, man, Romans 15:4 says what was written aforetime was written for our learning, that we, all right, through patience, or you know, through comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. You know, so these things that are written, you know, you read these accounts of the Lord doing this and the Lord doing that. Understand that it's all in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Proverbs 21:1 says what? The heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord, and he turneth it, you know, whithersoever he will. Okay, as the rivers, all right, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So somebody might have a gun to you, and guess what? The Lord might put the spirit on them to say, yo, go, you're free, go ahead. And they might not even know what they're doing. They might, you know, like almost like being under a trance. You know, they might not even know what they're doing. You know, or here it is, it's a whole group of them, you know, a squad, a unit that's sent to come specifically after you. They got you in the back of a van somewhere. You know, you don't know what's going on. You know, they got your face covered and all of that. And then guess what? One of them just picks up his gun and shoots the rest of his buddies. The rest of his what's the word they call him? The rest of the soldiers. Let's just go with that. You know, and then he just unlocks the handcuffs for you, you know, and then he just shoots himself in the head. The Lord can do that. You know, the Lord can put the Spirit on somebody to literally do that and deliver you. So guess what? That's what you call being delivered from the hands of your enemies. Because even if you're in their grasps, all right, the Lord it's not above the Lord to make them go rogue. You know, here it is, the guy who's coming to interrogate you, you know, who's coming to torture you, ends up setting you free and killing everybody else in the room. The Lord can do that. I mean, there's different accounts in the scriptures of where he's done things similar to that. You know, he's discomfited the armies of our enemies to where they fought against each other. They got confused. They ran away. They didn't know what was going on. All right. The Lord has done that before, man. You know, so that's why I titled it a favor of the Lord. So you know, now knowing this doesn't mean, oh, let me go be buddy. Let me go befriend an Edomite because maybe when all hell breaks loose, he could deliver me. No, that's why I titled it favor of the Lord. That favor, though it may manifest in the flesh through humans, comes from the Lord. All right, it starts with Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. They send down the orders of, hey, you know what? Put the Spirit on this devil right here, you know, to set this individual free. You know, or put the Spirit on this individual right here to give this person directions. You know, and do this and do that and do this and lead them this way. You know that the Lord could send a physical angel to do it. All right, but he can also put the Spirit on an individual, you know, that you might not expect to do it, to come and do it, man, to come and deliver you. All right, the world is the Lord's playground, man. You know, he controls everything. If we're like chess pieces on a board, he controls everything. He controls the pawns, he controls the queen, he controls everything, man. All right, so it's not out of the power of the Lord to deliver us from the tribulations that are to come, which is why we are not to fear. Okay, we are not to fear, man. It says in the book of Joshua, okay, basically, fear not, for I am with thee, you know, whithersoever thou goest. All right, so we ain't got nothing to fear, man. The Lord said he got our backs. He said he's with us. Well, you know, he controls everything, man. These are things you got to meditate on. All right, it's, you know, instead of worrying constantly about, you know, what Esau's going to do and what he got and how he's bringing it and this, that, and the third, you got to also meditate on what the Lord is going to do. You know, Esau makes one move, the Lord makes two moves. You know, Esau does this, the Lord counteracts it. You know, so you gotta also meditate on the right hand side. You know, yeah, we go into, you know, the wickedness and the things that the devil is gonna bring, and it's important. You know, it's important. You have to know who your enemy is. You have to know what they're coming with. You got to prepare your minds for these harsh conditions, but you also got to, you know, exhort your mind and exhort yourself with what? With the knowledge of the scriptures and knowing that our power is a power that delivers, man. A God of the living, not of the dead. Okay, so whatever situation we may find ourselves in, man, he can deliver us easily. You know, so we're not to fret. You know, we're not to lose our minds and get all scared and, you know, just because Esau said he's coming, you know, he's gonna make us seem like demons and this, that, and hey, that's okay. You know, does the Lord think that we're a bunch of demons? That's all that matters. You know, if the Lord doesn't think we're a bunch of demons, then why the hell should we care? All right, if Esau thinks he's the devil. You know what I'm saying? He's the devil. The devil hates righteousness, man. You know, the devil hates righteousness. He loves wickedness. He loves telling lies. You know, he loves deceit. Okay, so why the hell should we be worried about the devil's opinion, you know, on us? We're doing what we got to do. His job is to come against us and to tell lies, and that's the devil's job, man. You know. But for those that are, you know, you thinking that just because you sold out or, you know, you're helping Esau from the inside, that he's gonna let you go. There's a movie in the Planet of the Apes. All right, there's a certain movie, Planet of the Apes, where basically there's this big old orange gorilla. I think he was an ape, you know, but he was one of them big kind of apes, you know. And this damn demon was basically helping Esau, you know, to oppress the apes. You know, he was helping them to oppress the apes, to, you know, put them in literally in like basically like concentration camps. They had them caged up in cages, you know, killed some of them, destroyed their home and all of that. And this dumbass ape thinks that just because he's helping Massa, that everything is gonna be all good. There was a certain scene in there where he realized that, yo, damn, these guys don't care about me, man. They're just using me to get, you know, to get to my people, but ultimately they don't care about me, man. You know, but by the time he realized that, it was too late. You know, I think he sacrificed himself, you know, to try and do the right thing at the end. But bro, it's already too late. The damage is done. You know, that one thing you're trying to do at the end, you done already ruined the whole joint. You know, you thinking that you selling out to the devil. Why do you think he's called the devil? And number two, the scriptures say the deceived and the deceiver are his. So you thinking that, all right, I'm gonna help the devil, and then he's gonna let me go. Guess what? Who controls the devil? The Most High. You're helping the devil to come against the Most High, but the Most High controls the devil that you're helping. You see how screwed over you are, man? Hey man, hey people, man. All right, let's see what brothers had on here. This is Psalms 91:2. All right, Chacham Banyamyan. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Okay, as a matter of fact, that just reminded me of a precept here. Okay, in the book of Proverbs. All right, this is the book of Proverbs, because when you call in the name of the Lord, anything can happen. You know, anything can happen when you call in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, I mean deliverance on levels that you've never even imagined. All right, but we don't know how the Lord is going to bring it, man. We just know that he is going to bring it. Okay, so this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 10. It says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Okay, the righteous runneth into it and is safe. Runneth into what? The name of the Lord. All right, and they are safe. You know? So when that time comes, what's our number one, you know, safety net, or whatever you want to call it? What's our number one go-to? The name of the Lord. All right, calling on the name of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. That's our number one go-to, because you know what? When it gets to the point where you can't think of anything, you know, you're in a position where you're like, damn, it looks like I'm done. You know, but what did the scripture say? The Lord said what? His ways are not our ways. All right, neither are his thoughts our thoughts. So you may be out here thinking, damn, I'm screwed. You're not. Hey, man, just because you can't see a way out, all right, doesn't mean that there isn't a way out. That's why, what do? We call on the Heavenly Father in the name of his Son, because he can, even when there is no way, he can make a way. You know, there's nothing impossible, all right, with the Lord. So what do we have to worry about? Nothing. You know, we doing what we got to do. What's the problem? You know, as a matter of fact, it says here in the book of, let's get it. In the book of Revelation, chapter 15, all right, in verse 1, it says, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast. So when all is said and done, what's going to happen? Esau's going to lose. When all is said and done, we're going to win. When all is said and done, somebody's going to get the victory. You know, somebody's going to get the victory over the beast. That means even before this man's system has been completely set up, we already know what the end, all right, of it is going to be. We already know that all right, the Wadi al-Bashim al-Shai, I will gladly take this spot. All right. We already know that the end of this man's society is going to be with us, all right, getting the victory. Isn't that a beautiful thing? You know, we already know our fate. All right. We know this man's fate as well. You know, so, you know, we're about to go into the beginning of something that we already know the ending of, you know. All right, we're about to enter a time when this devil's about to come with great wrath. But what is the ending of the story? You know, I mean, if you're watching a movie that you've already watched before, of course, there's going to be parts in the movie where, you know, the things get heated up, you know, and it looks like, oh, shit, what's going to go on? But you already know what's going to go on, don't you? You know, you already know what's happening. You're not shocked. You're not scared. You're not like, oh, my gosh, The main character fell off a cliff, you know, into a pool of acid, you know. Automatically, everybody's assuming that he's dead. Oh my gosh, this time he's definitely dead for sure. I mean, look at him. He fell off the whole cliff. You know, there's a pool of acid on the floor, waiting to burn his ass up. But you already know what happens at the end of the movie. You know, so you ain't panicking, man. You know, now it looks bad, you know. Slakia. Give me 1 second. All right. You know, it looks bad. You know, the main character, you like, yo, I mean, that's what it looks like, you know. But are you going to go based on what it looks like or what it actually is? And we're going, see, what I just read here is the actual script. That's why it's called the scriptures. It's the actual script. And the director, all right, gave a preview. See, those visions, the visions that these prophets saw were trailers. You know, it's like trailers to the actual movie. Okay. We're seeing, you know, just like you go on YouTube or, you know, before a movie comes out, they show the trailer. All right. And they show, you know, this how you see snippets here. You see snippets there. You know, you see the little boy in the beginning, and he had a scar on his forehead. And then in the end, in another part of the trailer, you see a grown-ass man with the same scar. You know, you put 2 and 2 together, you're like, oh shit, that's the little boy. He grew up. Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that, and you know, and that's what these prophets saw. So they wrote down their vision, and now we are living out those visions. And what's one of those visions that we just read? The victory. Okay, we just read the victory. You know, do you understand what that means? The magnitude, all right, of victory. It's beyond anything that we've ever, you know, seen before, man. This is not going to be an ordinary victory. This isn't going to be, oh, I won in a basketball game or I won. No. This is the victory, man. Okay? Over the beast. Okay? This is, I mean, shit, man. Let me go back to it. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 15. All right, continuing at verse 2, it says, and I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that what? There are going to be certain people that are not going to take that mark, you know, that are not going to bow down to the image, all right, of this beast, all right, that are not going to worship this beast, that are going to stand firm, as it says, I believe it's in the book of Romans. All right, the Lord said he has preserved. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 4. But what saith the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men. All right, now that's not a literal 7,000 men, but it's a completion, a complete amount of men, which is going on to the elect. And what did he reserve them to do? It says, I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image. All right, to the image of Baal. Okay. It says, even so, then at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace